So you would go right over to Google, you would type in child permit New York, and it will be the application for a child performer permit for New York. You click on that. It's a PDF. So this has to be printed out and signed and sent in through mail. So when preparing to apply for your child's New York work permit, there's a couple of things that you need to consider, a couple of things that you need to make sure that you have beforehand. So you have to put the child's social security number down on the application. Now, if they do not have one yet, then you can submit this later, but they do require for your child to have a proof of age. So you need a birth certificate, baptismal certificate, naturalization papers, or a passport. Just make a copy of one of these and send it in with the application. They do not want your original documents. And this is only important for the first time you apply. You will not need to send this in again after your child has their first permit. Now for yourself, you're going to need a clear copy of a government-issued photo identification as well. So you need to make sure that you have a state or driver's license that you can make a copy of to send in with the application if you are the one who's signing the application. If it's a guardian that's signing the application, they must also attach a copy of their certified court document or notarized statement from the parent naming the guardian. And that's along with their government-issued photo identification. If the person who's signing the application already sent a copy of their photo ID in the past, there's no need to send another copy. This is only for first-time applicants. There are going to be a couple of forms that have to be filled out by the child's school, by the child's doctor, and whatever bank you choose to get the UTMA or Coogan account open with. So this is your child's work permit application. You'll put their first, last, middle initial on the first line. If their name is going to be different than the name that you named them at birth, then you can put that on line 2. If this is a renewal, you could put the permit number on line 4. And then if they're going to do modeling, if they're going to do acting, if they're going to do both. So this part of the application is just the part that you have to sign after filling out your part of the application for your child. It also is going to ask if you're renewing the permit, whether the child has at least $250,000 currently in their account. If you're renewing, just check no. If you are not renewing, you don't have to worry about answering this question. And then you can just scroll down to the bottom and you can print, sign, and date. So this is the child performer school form. This has to be filled out by the principal, assistant principal, anybody who has permission at your child's school to fill out such forms. They basically just put the name of the student, whether, their performance is satisfactory, and, the name, location of the school, signature, date, contact, phone number. So here, if your child has graduated already, you can check this off and include their diploma or official document if they've taken an equivalency, GED, or the CHESP. If they're homeschooled, you can put their transcript along with a letter from their counselor. If they are homeschooled and the progress is not monitored by the state, then of course you can attach a letter from the institution just basically saying that is the case. The child performer health form. So this is just to be filled out by the child's primary physician. And this just states whether the child is physically capable for employment, or if they have some limitations, if they have asthma and they're unable to run for long periods of time, just things like that. They can put down the date of their examination, their name, address, phone number, and of course their signature. The child performer trust account form. So make sure that you take this form with you when you go to the bank to open up your child's UTMA or Coogan account. This form is required for the first time when you are applying for a permit to show that you've opened up one of these accounts, or you have to submit this with a renewal if the account information changes or if the trust account balance reaches $250,000. So you would take this with you. You would get whoever is helping you open up an account to fill this out, sign it, date it, and they will also have to put an official institution stamp or seal on the bottom of the paper. And you will turn this in with your application along with a copy of the actual part of the application that shows the child's account number, the trustee information, and so on. Okay, so here is your checklist. Make sure that you have answered all of the questions. Make sure that you sign and date the application because they will not process the application without your signature. If it's a new application, make sure that you put your child's proof of age. This can consist of their birth certificate, baptismal certificate, naturalization papers, or passports. Do not send them your original documents. Make copies and send in the copies with the application. Make sure that you send in proof of your identification, which can be a driver's license or a state ID. Remember, if you are a guardian, you must also attach a copy of a certified court document or notarized statement from the parent naming the guardian. Don't forget to include the school document paper signed by an official from the school, a health document signed by the doctor, and the trust document filled out and signed by someone at your bank. If this is your renewal application, then parents, make sure that you send in your identification if it's not already on file. Make sure that you send in the school document form and the health document form. You can mail all the documents to the address listed right here on this page.